The very first thing you need to check before you commit to a woman is your progress. Now, my kings, there are women that the moment they come into your life, things begin to go bad for you. Let's say, you used to get deals, you used to get contracts, your business was going on well. Even if, let's say, you are not exactly where you want to be, but at least you knew there was some progress. You were seeing some progress in your life and everything you were doing in general. But all of a sudden, when this type of women come into your life, everything comes to a halt. It just freezes. It looks like nothing works anymore. Even the little things that you knew you used to get without much struggle, now you stop getting them completely. Whilst there are also other women who, the moment they come into your life, everything starts going on even better. Like you knew you used to bag deals, but all of a sudden you are bagging deals that you wouldn't have ever thought you would bag. This type of women come with that fruitfulness aura. They come into your life and it just looks like there's a blessing. There's something like this unmerited favor in your life and everything just seems to be going on well. So that is why you need to look at your progress. You need to sit down and think about it. Compare how things were going with you before you met her and how they are going now that she is with you. And this is because if you're going to commit to her, that means you're going to do your entire life with her. The rest of your life will be done with her in it. So if she's someone who is not bringing that fruitfulness, that means you're going to experience that retrogression all the days of your life. And sometimes this is God's way of showing you that that woman is not the one for you. So now when you ignore and go ahead to do your thing, go ahead to be with her and commit to her, you then have to bear the consequences. So my kings, always check your progress before you commit to any woman. Now another thing you need to check before you commit to a woman is if she's a liability or an asset to you. And I mean liability in the sense that she doesn't add or bring any value at all to the table. There is nothing you can trust her with. She doesn't have a progressive mindset, neither does she even want to do anything at all to help. She just wants to be there and enjoy anything it is you can offer. She doesn't add anything to you. You can't trust her about anything and you can't also run to her. There is nothing you can say, okay, I know my woman is good at this, so I'm going to ask her about it. She would never just get up and bring up business ideas or any good suggestions at all to you. And an asset in the sense that she's willing to bring these things to the table. She knows what to do. There are things she's good at. She can be there and think of a business and come to you like, babe, I think we should do this. What do you think about it? And sometimes she will even be willing to contribute financially. And sometimes she will even be willing to contribute financially because she's ambitious. She has goals. She's already doing something for herself. She has things going on. She has that progressive mindset. So she's willing to do whatever it is to make sure that the both of you are working hand in hand to build the empire you both would deserve and desire. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. You have to sit down and consider if a woman is a liability to you or an asset to you before you commit to her. If she falls in the liability category, you already know you should reconsider and rather opt for someone who is an asset and will bring value to you. Another thing you should check before you commit to a woman is how she handles your secrets. My kings, there are women who cannot keep their mouth shut. They will tell your business to any and everybody, regardless if the person needs to know or not. They are out there to just talk. They are gossips and so they are willing to discuss everybody's business. And as such, will also discuss anything you share with them with any and everybody. Whilst there are also women who are very secretive, they know what to share, when to share it, how to share it, and who to share it with. So these type of women who know what to do would not go out sharing your business everywhere. Unlike the other type of women who would just, bring your business every and anywhere. This is the type of woman, let's say you have something you're working on, it's still on the planning stage. So because she's the closest to you, you disclose it to her. Before you know, you start hearing that thing that is still on the planning stage that you don't want to get out there, because definitely in the planning stage, you want to take your time, build up until it is mature enough to show to the public before you bring it out. But because she's the closest to you, she knows about it and then she broadcasts it everywhere. Before you know, the thing you're trying to keep to yourself is all over the place. So this is something you need to consider before you go in for any woman and commit to her. Because again, like I mentioned, you want to do life with her. So do you really want to do life with a woman who's going to put out everything about you, her, your family, your kids, everything that has to do with you to every and anybody? Someone who doesn't even mind meeting a stranger and starting to tell them your business. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So you have to check this before you commit to a woman, my kings. Now, another thing you need to check before you commit to a woman is if she's responsible. And I'm talking about you check out if the woman you want to commit to is a responsible woman who is homely and will take care of the house. Someone you can rely on, someone you know that when you're building a home with her, you can just trust that everything will go well. How does she handle her relationships? How does she handle herself? Her own little space, how does she handle it? You just need to check these things to be sure that your case will be in safe hands, and even you yourself, because you want to do life with this woman. So before you take that step, that bold step of tying your life with her, you need to be sure that you can really rely on her. You can travel out and be sure that your home will still be safe and organized. You can just leave everything to her. When people come to meet you and you are not there, you can trust her to make the decision. You can boldly say, ask my wife or ask my woman, because you know she would say exactly what you would say in that situation. That is exactly what I'm talking about. You have to check out if the woman you want to commit to is like this, because there are also other women who are not responsible. They will not take responsibility for their actions. Neither are they ready to be accountable. They don't care about anything, so they just live their lives anyhow they please. They just do everything anyhow. And I am sure that is not the type of queen you want for yourself, because as a king, you definitely are building an empire. So you need a deserving queen who will be able to handle that empire for you in your absence. So my kings, do well to check if a woman is responsible before you commit to her. Another thing you need to check before you commit to a woman is if she can cook. My kings, we already know this one is very important. You have to be sure that the queen you are letting into your life can cook you good meals. Because just imagine having to eat junk your whole life. Like the rest of your life, you have to eat junk simply because the woman you've committed to cannot prepare a good homemade meal. And trust me, there is nothing that can compare to a properly made, homemade, hot, delicious meal. Like you go out and you are coming home, you feel very glad, you feel very happy because you know there is definitely something steaming hot waiting for you at home. But when you're coming home to a woman who doesn't know how to cook, you already know you either have to grab something on your way, or maybe she would grab something down for you before you get home. And that is not the type of life you want to live as a king. And also, a woman who can cook delicious homemade meal would definitely know what to do for the kids, because these kids also need to be taken care of. They need the proper nutrients at the proper stages of life. So you need that woman, not just for yourself, but also for your kids. Because remember, the goal here is to build a home with her. So what type of home are you going to be building with a woman who can't even cook a decent meal? And here is the thing, my kings. There are women out there who has all the pretty face, the body physiques, and every other thing a man wants in a woman physically. But now when it comes to the kitchen, they don't know their way around the kitchen. They can't even boil water. And that is how bad it has gotten in our recent time. So my kings, you really need to check if your woman can cook before you commit to her. Now, another thing you need to check before you commit to a woman is if she can satisfy you sexually. Now, my kings, we cannot deny the fact that apart from you needing a companion, someone you can do life with, build an empire with, you also need a woman who can satisfy you in the other room. Because here is the thing, you are going to be doing your entire life with her. And of course, as a king, you don't want to be moving around from one woman to the other, because you want to keep to yourself and your empire. So you have to make sure that the woman you are going with is a woman that would satisfy you when it is time to do the deed. She knows what to do. She takes care of herself so that she can please you and pleasure you. She even finds ways to research, to ask questions about how to pleasure her man. So that is something you need to look out for before you commit to any woman, because you would not want to end up with a woman who cannot satisfy you sexually, because trust me, that can be very devastating. Now, another thing you need to check before you commit to a woman is the type of friends she keeps. My kings, it is rightly said that birds of a feather flock together, and that is why it is very important for you to check the type of friends a woman keeps before you commit to her, because you need to be sure, because again, the moment you know that her friends are wayward, she would definitely be wayward in one way or the other. She might just try to pretend not to be, but some way, somehow, that trait will be in her, because if not, she would not be compatible with those type of friends. So you need to be certain about the type of friends she surrounds herself with. And here is the thing, her friends have higher influence on her. So if they are bad friends, they would definitely influence her badly. But if they are good ones, then you know you are safe, because they would always influence her in a good way. And when a woman has good friends, you can tell, because they will always advise her in good ways. When there's even an issue between you and her, you will see that they are trying to stand up for not just her, but also for you, because they do care about the relationship. They are good friends. So my kings, do well to check out the type of friends a woman keeps before you go ahead and commit to her. Now, the last pointer for today that you need to check before you commit to any woman is if the both of you are compatible. Now, my kings, this is very, very important, because if you want to commit to a woman, it means you want to do life with her. So you are not going to be spending your life, the rest of your life, with a woman who is completely the opposite of you. She doesn't agree to anything you agree to. The both of you do not share the same values, goals, and ambitions, or at least she's not even open-minded to accommodate your own values, your goals, and your ambitions. So this is something you need to check. You have to be sure that the woman you want to commit to shares the same values, goals, and ambitions with you, or at least is open-minded enough to accommodate your values, your goals, your visions, and your ambitions. Because if not, there is always going to be that clash. And here is the thing, this is someone you're choosing to commit to for the rest of your life. So you can't say you avoid her. Your partner is the closest person to you on earth. So definitely, the both of you will always meet, and the both of you will always disagree about something. And that is definitely not how you want to live your life as a king. So my kings, make sure to check if a woman is compatible with you before you commit to her. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 8 things you need to check before you commit to any woman. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do well to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one. Bye.